why we are learning about primary key and foreign key? Okay, let's come to that topic. Because primary key and foreign keys are the columns by using which we'll be creating relationship between the tables. Okay, there are a lot of tables in our model, and we need to set up relationship between each and every table. And for setting up relationship between the table, we'll be following primary key and foreign keys. We are creating relationship between primary key to foreign key. Okay, how and basically why we want to create a relationship? Let's understand that, and then we'll understand what is how to identify primary key and foreign key. Okay, first let's understand what is the use of relationship, why we are creating relationship. Okay, can you see my Power BI file? This Power BI file, is it visible? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so in this Power BI file we have this 6 table.
Hello.
One is, yeah.
Yes. It is.
Okay, so this is our calendar table, customer table, employee table, location table, products table, returns and sales. This is called data set or semantic model. Okay, few people call it data set, few people call it semantic model. Earlier the name was data set only, but in Power BI service recently they changed the name from data set to semantic model. Okay, so semantic model is nothing but data set. So this is called data set. Okay, in our data set we have 7 tables. Okay, so now all each and every table is independent of each other. Okay, so this is a report view. Let's go to data modeling view. So I'm in a modeling view now, and in the modeling view you will see we'll have different tables. Okay, and between few tables you will see there is this line. This line is called relationship. Okay, we have not set up the relationship yet. We just completed Power Query and we load the data. But whenever you load the data, Power BI try to help us. We know Power BI is very smart. It creates, it define the headers of the table, right? It defines data type for the table. It do a lot of stuff by its own to help us. Similarly, it define the relationship between the table as well to help us. But Power BI does not understand which one is primary key and which one is foreign key. Okay, it just create relationship on the basis of same name column. Okay, like for example, in this table we have index. So in other table also, if we have index, it will create relationship between index to index, which is wrong. Which is wrong, right? Index is not a primary key. Index is neither a foreign key. But because it does not understand stuff, if you have two index in two table, it will create a relationship between them. So we will not be using the relationship which are created by Power BI. Okay, so we need to delete this relationship and we need to create the relationship by our own. Okay, so let's see how to delete it first. So how to delete it? There are 2 ways to delete it. First way is put your cursor on this line. This line is called relationship. Put your cursor in relationship, right click on it, and then click on delete button. Very simple. If you click on delete button, the relationship will get deleted. See, the relationship deleted. This is the one thing, one step. First, right click on the line and then delete it. Second way is, can you see manage relationship? Click on this manage relationship. You'll find all the relationships in one panel. Right? We have all the relationships. Select one by one and click on delete. It's the easiest way. Seeing this are the tables. We deleted the relationship between the table. Okay. Now what we'll do is now we want to create the relationship by our own by using primary key and foreign key. But let's understand first what is the need of creating relationship. Okay. So we are into the reporting view, and these are the different tables, and all the tables are independent of each other. No table is related to other table because we have deleted all the relationships. So every table is independent. Like in this class, all the students are independent. They don't know each other, right? They are from different place, different city, right? So that is what independent is, right? So initially when we started our class, that time no one was knowing each other, so asking help was a big thing between you guys. But later on, like after 10 days, we have spent 10 days together. So after 10 days, you, because you are messaging on group, right? Everyone is together in the group, you're answering, right? We are asking questions and all the stuff. So you guys know each other a little bit, not exactly, but at least you know someone, and now you can easily ask help from each other. So that is what relationship is. So now suppose if I'm not creating relationship between this table, so asking help from each other will be difficult. Asking help means what? Taking columns from each other. Okay, now let's see. We'll be discussing about the report building at the end, but just creating a table to show you the output. Okay, so I'm creating a table. This is a table. I'll create a table, and in this table I'm using stuffs from product table. So this is a product table, and let's say I want product name. So I'll select product name. Everything is looking good. Okay. Now suppose I want to see which product is under which category. So I have a category over here. So as soon as I add category, so the products will get divided as per categories. So this product is under accessories. This is under clothing. This bike wash is under accessories, cable lock is under accessories, etc. etc. So the products got divided as per categories. Okay. Now suppose I want to know which product is under which subcategory. So I also have a subcategory ka column. I'll add the subcategory also. And you will see the products are also getting divided as per subcategories. Right? This is the output which I want, and I got the output. Okay. So I'm easily getting the output. Why? Because all the three columns which I've used are from one single table, that is product table. That's why everything is normal, right? Like for example, you want help from your friends, you can easily take it, right? So it is something like that, where all the things like you want help from your family member, you can easily take it. Why? Because you live in one family. So it is same like that. So the columns like category, product name, subcategory belongs to one family. So that's why they can easily help each other. Okay. But now suppose I'm taking help from other family member, some other person. So let's see what happens. So I'll just duplicate this table into a new page so that I don't need to format and all the stuff. And I'll remove all the columns from it, like category and subcategory. I'll remove everything. I just have product name now. Okay. So now I have product name, and in sales table, if you know, we have a profit ka column. Okay. I want to know which product is giving how much profit to me. Like this all-purpose bike stand, from all-purpose bike stand, how much profit I'm earning. From AWC logo cap, how much profit I'm earning. I want to know that thing. So for that, what I'll do is I'll add the profit inside this. Okay. And now you're seeing sum of profit. And the sum of profit is uh, uh, forget about the rupee sign. We'll change the rupee sign afterwards. But it is saying around 284 million. Okay. Can you notice some difference or something over here? Is everything correct or is there any wrong? Can you notice anything over here?
It is showing the total profit for every product.
Correct.
Like the
That means
total
what?
profit across all products, it is showing that same value for every product.
Perfect. So we have a total profit of 284 million, and this 284 million is not able to split among different products. We are seeing the total profit everywhere. That is what is happening. But we don't want to see the total profit everywhere. I want to see the bifurcation of the total profit. That means out of this 284 million, how much profit we are earning from all purpose bike stand, how much we are earning from AWC logo. We want that output, but that output is not, we are not getting that output. The reason is because product table, this product name is from product table, and profit column is from sales table. And both are from different family. They don't know each other, so they are not helping each other. Are you guys understanding?
Yes.
Okay. In our previous example, that is in page one, product name, category, and subcategory. These three columns from one family. So that's why they are helping each other. So that's why you are seeing the same output. That's why you are seeing the output getting bifurcated, right? But in the next table, we are not seeing it. Why? Because they were from different family. So now we want to create a relationship between these two tables. Then only they will help each other. Otherwise, they will not help. So that is what data modeling is. Okay. So now we have this two table, which is product table and sales table. Let's connect both the table with some relationship. Okay. So for connecting this two table, let's bring the sales table over here, and we have a product table. Where is the product table? Okay. So this is a sales table and this is a product table. And we need to connect both the table, but we can't connect the table randomly. Okay. For connecting the table, for creating the relationship between these two table, we want to know primary key and foreign key in this table. Okay. So for that only we are learning primary key and foreign key. Okay. For now, I'll just create a relationship, but afterwards I'll teach you how to identify primary key and foreign key in the next one. For teaching purpose, I'm creating this relationship. Okay, directly. So here I know the primary key is product key, and here the foreign key is product key. So I'm directly creating relationship just by dragging and drop. I'll teach you all the stuff. Just wait. And we can see, you'll see within a second, you'll get the relationship. This is the relationship. Okay. What is this called? All the stuff we'll discuss now. So now, because we have a relationship between product table and sales table. So if you go to report view, okay. So now we'll see 284 million is getting split by each and every product. So this is the power of relationship. That's the reason why we do relationship building or data modeling. Both are one and the same. Data modeling, relationship building, both are one and the same. Okay. Few people call it data modeling, few people call it relationship building. So the purpose of creating relationship building is, or the purpose of doing data modeling is, you need to you need to see the output, correct output, right? You need to see the output should get bifurcated, should get divided as per as per row wise. That's the reason we are doing data modeling. Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. Should we go ahead? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll minimize this, and now let's understand about a few terms in data modeling. Let's understand what is primary key, what is foreign key, what is all this stuff. Let's go there. So I know we have these two tables, and we create relationship between these two tables. Why? Because then only we can see the correct output. Otherwise, we will not be able to see the output. So that is the reason of data modeling. That is the reason of relationship building. But if you observe, if you know, we have approximately 6 or 7 tables in our model, right? So this was customer table, this was product table, this was employee table, this was return table, this was sales table. Then we have calendar table. So we have a lot of different tables. So for in our example, we have 7 tables. Okay, but maybe when you're working in project, you might have 10 to 12 tables as well. Might be 20 tables if your data is huge. Might be 30 tables. We don't have a limit of tables, right? As long as the requirement is mentioned and we have the different we need to build the dashboard. So we need to bring all the tables together. We need to do the cleaning part. So you'll have a lot of tables. We'll be doing normalization, denormalization, all those stuff. But at the end of the day, let's assume you are 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 30 tables. Okay. So now when we talk about relationship building or data modeling, that means you need to connect each and every table, right? So then only you will have the correct output. Otherwise, you'll not see the correct output. Because suppose you're not connecting customer table with product table, then how will you understand which product is purchased by which customer? So that means you need to bring relationship between them also, right? You need to also create relationship between this. You need to also create relationship between these two table, right? Between this table. Okay. Then between this table, sorry, product to employee, product to return, product to sales, product to customer, employee to return, employee to sales, employee to customer, return to sales, right? Then return to calendar, sales to calendar. Okay, calendar to something else. So this, if you see, when we have just 7 tables, the relationship is becoming so complicated. Okay, so in reality, when you have 20, 30 tables, the relationship will be mess. You'll, and that's the reason people hate data modeling. Why? Because they think relationship is mess. They get scared. Okay, and that's why all the big classes who claim they teach Power BI 99 rupees and all the stuff, they only teach you with one table. So they skip the data modeling part, or else they will teach you Power BI with 2 tables, where the data modeling is very easy. No one teach you with 7 to 8 tables. Why? Because it becomes more complex. Complexity increases. Okay, so yeah, when we need to create a report, that time we wanted to use each and every table. So that's the reason we wanted to connect each and every table. But if you try to connect all the tables together, it becomes so mess that you'll not understand what to do. You'll get scared of data modeling, and that's the reason a lot of people avoid, or a lot of people quit Power BI learning because of data modeling. Okay, so don't worry. With my 6 years of experience, I've come up with a solution, and the solution, I don't think so anyone is openly explaining the solution. So the solution is, we don't create a relationship between each and every table. We divide the table into 2 categories, and then we create a relationship between these 2 categories. Okay. So that means what? We are not creating a relationship between these 7 tables for 40, 49 or 48 times, like connecting each and every table together. What we'll do is divide this table into 2 categories. Okay. So that's the reason we need to divide the table into categories. What are the 2 categories? We'll divide the table into fact table and dimension table. Very, very important topic. Fact table and dimension table. Dimension table is also known as dim table. Few people call it dim table. Few people call it dimension table. Few people call it lookup table. Right? Few people call it master table. So this is a table with different name. If anyone is talking about dimension, dim, lookup, master, all is same. Okay. And fact table is also known as logical table. We need to divide the table into fact table or dimension table, and then we need to create relationship between fact table and dimension table only. Okay, we don't create relationship between fact table and fact table. We don't create relationship between dimension table and dimension table. Just for an example, suppose we have the 7 table and we have identified that customer table is a fact table. Okay, product table is also a fact table. So we have a customer table and product table. So these 2 table are fact table, just for example. Okay, then we have employee table and return table. Let's say employee table and return table is a dimension table. Okay, so now the rule says that you need to create a relationship between fact table to dimension table. So we'll be creating relationship between customer to employee and customer to return, then product to employee and product to return. That is what we need to do. We should not create relationship between fact table to fact table. That is not correct. Not with dimension table to dimension table. Okay. We need to create a relationship between fact to dimension, not fact to fact, not dimension to dimension. Are you guys understanding? This is a student table. In this student table, we have three columns: student ID, last name, and first name. Okay. We got to know that student ID is a primary key. Okay. So what we did is we named student ID as primary key. Then we have a second table where enrollment ID is there. Where, sorry, enrollment table where enrollment ID, student ID, and class ID. These are the three columns. We know enrollment ID is something which is primary key. So we named it as primary key. Then we have classes table. Inside classes table, we have class ID, title, and description. And we know class ID is something which is primary key. So we find first thing is you need to find primary keys in your table. Once you find out primary key in your table, now you need to find the second thing, that is foreign key in your table. How to find out foreign key? So primary key in one table become foreign key in another table. So you can see this enrollment table. We have a student ID. In student table also we have a student ID. So here student ID will become foreign key. Then we have class ID. Class ID was primary key in class table. So here it will become foreign key. Okay. So now we have this two foreign keys. So we'll create a relationship between student ID and student ID, and we'll create a relationship between class ID and class ID. This is what the use of primary key and foreign key is, and this is how we create the relationship. Okay. So now how to identify which one is primary key and which one is foreign key, or what are the rules to identify which one is primary key and which one is foreign key is: first rule is primary key and foreign key both are either number column, numeric column, or date column. Numeric or date column means what? Their data type should be either number or date. They can't be text, they can't be boolean, they can't be anything else. They should be numeric or date column. That's it. Okay. So first thing is, suppose you have three columns. So out of this three column, one is number. So you need to check that number column only. You don't need to go to text column to see whether it is a primary key or not, whether it is foreign key or not. Primary key and foreign key both are either numeric or date column. That's it. Second thing is, what is primary key? What is foreign key? Let's understand this. This is also same. Okay. The second rule is primary key is a unique column. Unique column means what? No duplicate values. But foreign key might have duplicate values. It might have duplicate values. There, it is not something like that which is unique. Third rule is it should not have null values. No null values. Here we might get null values. Okay. Next is primary key uniquely defines a table, or it is the identification of a table. Or it is something by using which you can identify the table. Okay. Then foreign key is what? Foreign key is like primary key in one table becomes foreign key in another table. That is what we have. So if you think this is a foreign key, you need to check this foreign key is primary key somewhere or the other. If that column is primary key in some other table, then only this will be a foreign key. Otherwise, it will not be a foreign key. Okay. So these are the few rules. You need to by using these few rules, you can identify which one is primary key and which one is foreign key. Sabse pehla, the first rule is the column should be number or date. That's it. Okay. Second rule is it should be a unique column. Third rule is it should not have any null values. Next one, it should identify the table. That's it. Okay. But foreign key, it might have duplicate values, it might have null values, or it can be primary key in some other table. Any doubt in this? No? Should we go ahead? Let's go ahead. Let's understand what is fact table and what is dimension table. Okay. So let's understand how to identify fact table and how to identify dimension table. Very, very important topic. Pay attention, guys. Fact table is something which stores logical values. Okay. Dimension table is something which stores non-logical values. मतलब क्या? Fact table is something which have maximum number columns. Like for example, this is the table. In this table, this is our first column, second, third, fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 columns. Let's say this column is a number column. This column is also a number column. This column is a text column. This is text and this is number. So if you count 1, 2, 3, out of 5 columns, 3 are number. So that means this become a fact table. Very easy to identify. Very, very easy. Okay. Dimension table is what? Maximum will be text columns. So out of 5, let's say 3 are text or 4 are text. That means it's a text columns. That means it's a dimension table. समझ में आ रहा है? I'm giving you the most easiest way to identify the fact table and dimension table. You will not find this way anywhere on the internet. People make you confused for finding dimension table and fact table. They teach something else. They usually teach about Fact table is something which store factual values. Fact table is something which is having a lot of foreign keys. Fact table is something which have which is a key table in your entire data model. That is good for theory purpose, but for practical purpose, it is something which is bouncer. How you'll identify? Suppose if you have 20 tables, how you'll identify which one is the key table in your model? It is very difficult to identify which one is key table, and on what basis you will identify which one is key table. Okay, but it is very easy to identify. If the table is having maximum number values, it's a fact table. If the table is having maximum text values, it is a dimension table. Very, very simple, very, very easy. You can note somewhere about this. Okay, and this is how I'm defining fact table and dimension table from 6 years, and this will help you as well. Okay, so now fact table have only foreign keys. Only foreign keys. It does not have any primary key. Dimension table have primary key and it might have foreign key. Does not matter. Okay, you need to see the primary key. If you see the primary key, there is a high chance this is a dimension table. If you're not seeing a primary key, then you need to check whether it have a foreign key or not. So if it has a foreign key, then you need to check whether it is a logical values or not. But majority of time, first rule will satisfy your thing, right? If it has a maximum logical values, it means it's a number column. It means it's a fact table. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? Anyone have any doubt?
No, all good.
Okay. I want you to understand all this stuff because now we need to define fact table and dimension table, and I'll not be helping you. You guys need to tell me which one is fact table and which one is dimension table. Okay. So this is the rule which you can take the screenshot or I'll share the PDF of it. So first, how to find a dimension table? 90% of columns should have a text columns. Okay. Fact table should be 90% of columns should be number column. Very simple. Second rule is dimension table have primary key. Fact table does not have primary key. It have only foreign keys. What is primary key? Primary key is something which is number or date column, which have 100% unique values. That's it. What is foreign key? It is also a number or date column, and it will have duplicate values. This is the rule which you can, by using which you can define. Okay. Now let's start our assignment. Let's do the practical stuff. Let's dirty our hand. Let's go to our Power BI. And now for the last time, we are going into Power Query for the last time because we need to define the primary key and foreign key. We can define in Power BI desktop also. And usually when I started my career, I was defining in Power BI desktop only. But then later on, I got to know about one feature, and that feature helped me a lot for finding primary key. Okay. And that was a feature I've taught you at the beginning in primary key. Sorry, in Power Query. That was column distribution and column distribution and column quality. Right? If you know about column quality and column distribution, column quality will help you to define which one is primary key and which one is foreign key. So for the last time, we'll go into Power Query and we'll see. We'll first define primary key in our table. Okay. First, we'll define primary key in our table. Once all the primary key is defined, then we'll go to the next step, that is defining foreign keys. First, we'll define all the primary key in the table. Then we'll define all the foreign keys in all the table. Once primary key and foreign key is defined, then we'll see which one is dimension table and which one is fact table. Once all this process is done, then we'll start data modeling. Okay, this is the process which we are following in this Power BI journey. Okay, and once you know primary key, this is the primary key and this is the foreign key. So you know in Power BI, let's say for example, we have a product table. Inside this product table, I know product key is a primary key. I find out all the rules and all the rules are matching, and product key is a primary key. I know this. Maybe after 1 month or 2 months or 1 year, I'm back to this project. I might forget it, right? I don't know which one was primary key. Or suppose I know this primary key and I hand over this project, suppose let's say to Abhinit. Okay. So now Abhinit again need to find out which one is primary key. So the best solution I always teach to my student is whenever you define a primary key, foreign key, dimension table, fact table, you should give a prefix to the column, a speaking. So if suppose product key is a primary key, so just give a prefix, a SPK dash product key. So this will help you in the future. So again, you don't need to come to the Power Query or again define the primary key or all this stuff. This is a primary key and this will help you every time whenever you come to the project. Or even if you're giving KT to someone else, even if someone else is handling over your project, they'll be impressed with your work because they know now they don't need to find out everything. They know this one is the primary key. Okay. So this is the solution which will be applying. First, we'll be defining the primary keys, then we'll define the foreign keys, then we'll define dimension table, then we'll define fact table, and then we'll start data modeling.
Transform.
Click on transform data. I want everyone to participate now. Okay. Whether you were in Power Query lectures or you miss Power Query lecture does not matter now. The thing which matter is, are you able to identify primary key, foreign key, fact table, dimension table or not? If you're not able to identify this four stuff, you can't do data modeling. You can't build relationship building. Okay. So pay attention and participate. Everyone can unmute yourself and I want everyone to tell me. Okay. So let's go one by one. Always pick the first table. So go from first to bottom. Does not matter which one table is which table is first in your list. I'm choosing the customer table because it is first in my model. So now in the customer table, we need to go to view and I want you to turn the column quality and column distribution on because this is something which will help you. Okay. So now if you see column distribution, column distribution and column quality is on. So when you put your cursor, it says 100% distinct and 100% unique. When your any column is 100% distinct and 100% unique, that means that column is a unique column. Correct? If your column is saying 1% distinct, 0% unique, if it is not 100%, 100%, that means this is a duplicate column. Okay. Are you guys
Yep.
understanding?
Yes,
So
yes.
first step is you need to find which one because unique column is different and primary key is different. So first find out unique column, then try to find out primary key. Okay. So this is the customer table. First column is customer key. I put my cursor. Is it a unique column?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to the second table, second column, full name. Is it a unique column?
Yes.
Yes, it is also unique column. Birth date is not, you can't see, it is up and down. So it is not unique. This is also not unique. This is also not unique. Is it unique? Yeah, 100%, 100% it is unique. So annual income is also not unique. So now we have three unique column. One is email address, second one is full name, and the third one is customer key. So these are the three unique columns. But now we need to find out which one is primary key out of these unique columns. So what do you think? Which one is primary key? Because these three columns are satisfying the rule of unique column, no null values. Now, which one should be a primary key?
Customer key.
Correct. Why?
Uh, it is numbers, numerical.
Correct, because it's a number column. Just a minute. Using headphone is like the voice is too much in the ears. Okay, so now we know customer key is the primary key. So what I'll do is I'll double click on it and I'll rename it and I'll make it PK dash customer key. That is what my way of doing it. If you don't want to do it, it is up to you. So this, I know this one is a primary key because it's a number column and it is 100% unique. Done with primary key and one table only have one primary key, maximum one primary key in one table. Okay. In one table, you have maximum one primary key. I'm saying maximum because it is not compulsory that every table should have a primary key, right? If a table is having primary key, it will be maximum one or else it will not have anything. Foreign key can be anything. Foreign key, the table might have foreign key or might not. There might be one foreign key, 2, 3, 5, 10, does not matter. There are n number of foreign keys. So we're done with this table. Now let's go to the second table, product table. Now we have product key, product subcategory key, employee ID, product name, subcategory, product category key, and category. These are the 7 columns we have. Out of the 7 column, what do you think? Which one is primary key?
Product key.
Product key.
Why product key?
Product key. Yeah. Because it's numeric.
Because it is
And it is
100%
unique.
unique, 100% distinct, and secondly, it is also a number column.
Yeah.
Why product subcategory key is this is also number column product subcategory key, but why this is not primary key?
It is not
It is not
100%
number.
unique.
Correct, because not it is 100% unique. This is 100% unique, but it is not a number column. Okay, so done with product table. Let's go to the next table, that is location. In this table, which one is primary key?
Sales territory key.
Perfect. Now let's go to the next table, employee table. Which one is primary key?
Supervisor ID.
Why?
Because it's yeah,
It's a number column, but it is not 100% unique.
100%.
Okay, it is not.
Sale.
Salesperson is a
No,
text
no,
column,
no.
supervisor is
Yeah.
a text column. So that means this table, we don't have any primary key.
Yeah, we don't have any
Not
primary
have
key.
primary key.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next table, return table. Which one is a primary key? Forget about index. Index look number and 100% unique, but this is something which is calculated. So calculated columns can't be a primary key. They can't be a they can't be a foreign key. They can't be a primary key because they are the calculations. Okay. And I'm deleting this because it was just for practice purpose. Okay. So now we have return date, territory key, product key, return quantity. So which one is primary key?
There is no.
None of these.
None of this. Correct. Then we have sales table. What do you think?
Order number is primary.
Order number.
But it is a text.
Yeah.
You can see S means text, right? So it is a text. So leave it.
The
Quantity is
customer key.
customer
No,
key.
customer key is primary key for customer
But
table.
Very
yeah,
good. Customer key is like 95% to 97% unique. And even if it is
Yeah,
100% unique,
100%.
we know customer key was a primary key in customer table. So it is not possible. So here also we don't have any primary key. So leave
No
it.
primary key.
Then let's go to the next table, that is calendar table. In calendar table is 100% calculation, right? But still, if you know, we have a date column, and date column में हमने क्या किया था? If you guys remember, we have removed the duplicates.
Remove
Right?
duplicates.
So when we remove the duplicates, the column become unique, and we know date can be a primary key. So your date is a primary key column, even though it is a calculation. So your calendar table will always be a calculation. If you guys remember, yesterday we discussed that you need to create a calendar table in DAX. Okay, because it's a table, so we can't leave it. We need to leave the calculations, but it is altogether a table. So leaving it as it is not something which will be a good option. So we know it is a date column, and date column is unique. So date is a primary key in this table. Okay. Now we have product category, but product category, subcategory, and supervisor are the disabled table, are the hidden table. So no need of changing the name. You can only define it. So here, what do you think? Which one is primary?
Product category key.
Product category, because there are only 4 rows and all the 4 rows are unique. Okay, it is loading, but no problem. But we know product category is a primary key. If you want, you can name it as PK. But if you name it PK, then what happens is, because हमने product category का, we have done the merging with product table, so the names will get changed, right? While merging, it was product category key, but now it's PK product category key. So when you do this, it will show error. Okay, so I will not recommend wherever you do merge or reference, you should not change the name and all the stuff. But let's see what happens. I'll just to show you, if I make it PK, it will get changed, but inside product table, you will get error. And the error says your product category key is not visible, or we can't find the product category key. Why? Because you have changed the name from product category key to PK product category key. So if you want the PK name to stay here, then you need to go to product table and perform the merge operation again. Okay. Or else you can come here, and from wherever you are seeing the error, you should change the things from there. So from here, you are seeing the error from merge queries. So click on the settings and perform the merge operation again. Or else remove it and do it again. So now you can choose this like this. Yeah, this is how you can remove the error if you still wanted PK to be there in product category. Otherwise, there is no need of writing PK. Okay, because it is anyway disabled. Why we are writing PK and FK? Because we want to create the relationship, and relationships are only done on the visible table. These 3 tables are disabled, so they are not in Power BI desktop, and we won't be creating a relationship between this disabled table. That's why. So next is product subcategory table. Inside product subcategory table, which one is primary key? What do you think?
Product
Subcategory key.
Product category key.
Yeah, correct. Product subcategory key. Product subcategory is a primary key. So I'll not change the name, because otherwise I need to change everything again. So now in supervisor table, do we have a primary key?
Supervisor ID.
Supervisor ID.
That's how we can define all the primary keys in all the table. Any doubt in this? No?
No, all good.
Okay. So now
No.
the second step is identifying foreign key in the table. So we know customer key is the primary key, so leave it. So now what do you think? Which one will be the foreign key? Do you have any foreign keys over here? Foreign key matlab kya? Foreign key means what? A primary key in some other table becomes foreign key in this table. So do you have any foreign key in this table, which was primary
No.
key in some other table? Yeah, Priyanka?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's go to product table. We have a foreign key in customer table, but I want you to notice it. Chalega, let's go to product table. We'll come back to
Oh,
customer
okay.
table
Yes,
again.
yes. I got.
You got it? Which one is the foreign key?
Yes. Birth rate.
Correct. Birth date. Why birth date is foreign key? Because date was primary key in
Because
customer
date is
calendar table.
primary key in calendar.
So that's why here the date becomes foreign key. Wherever you see date, it becomes a foreign key. So I'll name it as FK. And that's it. Every other table is a text table. Only annual income is something which is number of currency. So leave it, does not matter. Unexpected error occurred. Why? Leave it. So in this product table, can you find any foreign keys?
Multiple.
Yeah, we have multiple foreign keys. Which was the first? Always go
Product
to
subcategory key,
very good. Product subcategory key is a foreign key. Why it is foreign key?
because it is in product subcategory, it is primary key.
Very good. Next one is which? Which one is foreign key next?
Employee ID,
Very good. Why?
in employee table, it is primary key.
No, it was not in employee table. It was in employee table. It was not a for a primary key. We don't have any primary key in
It
employee
was
table.
in supervisor
Correct. In
salesperson table.
supervisor table, it was primary key. The name was supervisor ID. Does not matter even if the name is getting changed. Supervisor ID, employee ID does not matter. It is a foreign key. Next is what? Product category key as well.
Yeah.
Because in category table, it was primary key. Okay, we're done with this. We don't have any other. Let's go to the next table, location table. Do we have any foreign key over here?
No.
No. It is a very simple table. We don't have any foreign keys. Here, do we have any foreign key? Employee table?
Yes. Supervisor ID.
Supervisor ID. If you want, you can name it a FK supervisor ID. Or if you don't want to have confusion in future, what we'll do is we'll rename this column as employee ID only. Okay, so that we don't have any confusion. So I'll name it as FK. Okay, so supervisor ID becomes employee ID. That's it. Other columns are text columns, so leave it. Next, go to return table. In return table, we have, do we have any foreign keys? Let's see how many of you are
Territory key.
territory key. Okay. And what?
Return date,
Very good. Return date is also a foreign key. We also have a product key that is also a foreign key. Why? Because product table, it was primary key. Do we have any other foreign keys?
no.
No. Return quantity is a value. Okay. Next, go to sales table. Now I want someone else to answer this. Let's say Richa, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you tell me which one is foreign key in this table?
Order date,
Correct. Order date. And do we have any other foreign keys?
and product key. Also product key,
We don't have order number is not a foreign key. Quantity bhi nahi hai. Unit price, unit selling price is also not
Product.
there. Yeah, we have product key. What else?
customer key as well.
Correct.
And territory key.
Perfect. Profit is a value, so it can't be a foreign key. Okay. Now calendar we have already defined, and all the other are calculations, so there is no need of defining foreign keys. Next step now, guys.
Now we
Define primary key, foreign key.
Now we can create relations.
No.
fact and dimension.
Correct. We need to define fact table and dimension table. Okay. So how to define that? Let's go step by step. Let's go to the first table, customer table. Okay. Now what you need to do is you need to avoid primary key, you need to avoid foreign key, and you need to count the remaining columns. So you don't need to count primary key, you don't need to count foreign key, you don't need to count calculation columns. So avoid these columns and now count the remaining columns and see which one is maximum is number or maximum is text. So this is a primary key, so leave it. This is one column. This is foreign key, leave it. This is second column, third column, fourth, and fifth. So out of 7 columns, we have these 5 columns. And if you see which one is the majority, text or number.
Text.
So you see the text is majority. So that table is dimension table or fact table.
Dimension.
Perfect. Very simple. I'll just write D dash customers. It becomes a dimension. Now let's go to the next table, product table. Avoid product key because it's a primary key, foreign key, foreign key. So this is first column. This is second column. and this is third. So all the three columns are what? Text.
Dimension.
So this is also
Dimension.
or dim table, whatever you call, or lookup table. Next, let's go to location table. In location table, this is the primary key. So we have country and continent.
Dimension.
Correct. Then we have employee table. This is a foreign key. Leave it. All the other columns are text. This
Dimension.
will become what? Same dimension. Next is return table. Foreign key, foreign key, foreign key. Only one column is there, and this is
Fact.
number. So this is
Fact.
what?
Facts.
Very good. This is a fact table. So now it is very easy to identify which one is table, which one is fact table by this method. But the method which are teaching, which other people are teaching, like find out the important table. So how you'll understand the return table is important table. You might think product table is also important table. You might think calendar table is also important table. So this is something which is I don't like. But yeah, this method you will find easy. So next is sales table. In sales table, this is a foreign key. Leave it. Order number, text, quantity, unit price, unit selling price, and profit is a calculation. So leave it.
Fact table.
Correct. It is a fact table. Why? Because three columns are logical. That is a number column. So this is a fact table. Go to manage relationship and I'll delete all the relationships. And now let's build the relationship again. Okay. So rule says put all the dimension table at up and fact table at bottom. So this is a dimension table put here, fact table at bottom. You can zoom out it. Then we have employee table, which will come here, location table, which will come here. And then we have return table, which will come here, customer table. Then we have, we have calendar table as well. So all these are dimension table at up and fact table at bottom. Okay. This is the way you need to arrange the tables. Dimension table at up and fact table at bottom. So now first thing is pick one dimension table. First dimension table, pick it. Pay attention, guys. Very, very important. Pick one dimension table. Okay. Now, which one is the primary key in this dimension table?
Customer key.
Customer key. So select customer key. So customer key is the primary key. Now you need to find foreign key in this sales table. So do we have a foreign key in sales table, which is customer key?
Yes.
Yes. So relationship building is very, very easy. You just need to double click on it and move it and drop it on customer key. Just drag and drop. Very easy. Okay. But you need to be very careful that you're dropping on customer key only. Dropping somewhere else, it will create some other relationship. This line is called relationship. Always cross check once the relationship is formed. I'll keep my cursor on it. You can see customer key and customer key is highlighted. That means the relationship is perfect. But suppose mistakenly, now put the customer key. Let's say you are putting the customer key on order date. Still, you will see the relationship will get created. But while showing the result, it will show incorrect result. So always and always, once the relationship is created, you should cross check it by putting the cursor. You can see customer key and order date is in the relationship, which is wrong. So now again, you can delete it and recreate it. But if you're not able to do it, then double click on it. You're not able to drag and drop properly, then double click on it. The merge wala thing will get open. It is same like merge option. We have sales table and customer table. Choose the column which you want to create relationship with. Customer key and customer key. Once it is done, click OK, and the relationship is been created or corrected. Cross check again. Customer key to customer key. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? Are you guys understanding?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now one dimension table or one fact table is done. Now choose. We'll be discussing about star and one afterwards tomorrow. Okay. First, let's understand what is how to relationship. So we're done with customer table and sales table. Now choose the same customer table and go to second fact table. So in this fact table, do we have customer key, which is a foreign key?
No.
No.
So you can't create relationship between customer table and return table. That means what? If you can't create relationship between customer table and return table, that means you can't fulfill the requirement. If you have a requirement, something like how many customer are returning how many products, which customer are returning how many products, we can't do that. Why? Because there is no relationship. So if you get a requirement, something like that, where they want to see how many customers are returning the product or how many products are being returned from each customer. You need to tell your manager that this is not fulfillable or this requirement is not achievable because there is no relationship. So you need to tell the client to add foreign key inside table, which will be customer key. If they are adding this, then only you can create the relationship, otherwise you can't. And we are not supposed to add, they will be adding it from their own end. Are you guys understanding?
Yes.
So now leave the customer table to the next table, that is product table. So in this product table, which one is primary key? Product key. Select product key. Do we have product key in sales table?
Yes.
Drag and
Yes.
drop. You can see the product key will get highlighted. That means you are selecting the correct column. But still cross check it. Maximum people while creating a report, they ask me this doubt. Akshay, we are not seeing the correct result. Aapka result is different. Our result is different, right? And or else these two charts are not able to create. What is the reason? And when we dig inside the error, we got to know that relationship is wrong. So relationship building is something which is very, very important. So product key to product key. Here also we have product key in return table. So this relationship is also created. Okay. Next is employee table. Do we have any primary key over here?
No.
No.
No. So you can't relationship of employee table. Now go to the next table, location table. Primary key here. Yes. Do we have the sales territory key in any of this table?
It is in
Territory.
return table.
It is in return
No,
table. Okay.
actually
Both
in
the
both
tables.
tables. It is there
Yes,
both
both.
tables.
Either you drop this to this or this to this, does not matter. Okay. Now I'll drop territory key to this. It is still creating the relationship.
Akshay, you said drop to both the means you did you mean sales
Either
to
you can
returns?
drop this to this or this to this. That is what I'm saying.
Huh.
Either sales to location, location to sales, does not matter. Because I'm just following dimension to fact. So people might ask me afterwards that Akshay, we should create relationship from dimension to fact only. No, you can create from fact to dimension also. You can also flip this. You can put fact table at up, dimension table at bottom, does not matter. Select the date table. And now we have return date and we have order date, right? Cross check it. Perfect. The relationship is created successfully and we are seeing the result. Got it. Customer table, product table, employee location, calendar, sales table, and return table. All the tables are being created. All the tables have been successfully in a relationship except this employee table. So you can see employee table is the only table which is not in relationship with any table. That means what? You can't create any visual with employee and any other table. Okay. That means what? This table is of useless. This table is of no use. So if possible, you can delete this table as well because this table is not in relationship. So we can delete this table because this table will not give you any correct output. Okay. So you need to check the requirement. In requirement, if you're not seeing anything related to employee, delete the employee table. Or else cross check with manager. If they don't want anything from employee table, any visual from employee table, delete the employee table. But let's say they want relationship or they want any visual from employee table, then that means in that case, we need to build a relationship from employee table to other table, which is a little bit complicated. Why? Because there is no primary key. And if you don't have primary key, it becomes tricky to create relationship. So we need to follow some other rule. We need to follow some other way, which is out of the way. We'll do that, but we'll learn this tomorrow. Okay. So your today's assignment is first you need to find the primary keys, foreign keys, fact table, dimension table, and build this relationship. And tomorrow I'll explain you what this relationship is called. Okay. And how to create a relationship between employee table and other table. We'll learn this tomorrow. And that's it for today.